So I'm going to use a stretchy. So we're going to use either a towel, a stretchy band. You can use a belt. You can use a pillowcase. Anything will work. I'm going to start with a stretchy band just because. And all I'm going to do is wrap it around my hands. If you don't have one, that's perfectly fine. All I'm going to do here is go feet nice and wide. And starting with it right here, we're going to do some nice big circles just to get warmed up. Okay, I'm going to call these sunshine circles. Let's do 10 to the left and 10 to the right. All right, and switch directions. All right, and there's 10. And let's pause at the top and do a little side to side. All right. And then we're going to go a little bit narrower on the feet and we're going to rotate around. And what I want you to do is if you've got your towel, your rope, your belt, whatever it is, just kind of pull so you get a good stretch behind that shoulder blade. And we're just warming up the shoulders, getting your body moving. So let your eyes follow your hands. Let's go 2 more in this direction. And pause right there. Just give it a good pull. All right. And then we're just going to rotate a little bit this way before we do that same thing in the other direction. All right. And before we get dizzy, let's go this way. So diagonal and reach it across. Eyes follow your hand. And one more. All right. And once again, let's pause at the top, quick side to side, and then we're going to do some backward steps. And I promise this is going to be more stretching, but this is going to feel really good. So keeping that towel or whatever about shoulder width, I just want you to do a nice big backward step and reach up at the same time. This does not have to be a lunge at all. Just looking to stretch out the hip flexors. We'll just do 5 of these on each side. All right. Last one there. All right. So now we're going to go legs nice and wide. We're going to try to stretch out the adductors. Keep the hands just about shoulder width apart. You're just going to sink one hip back. Find that spot where you get a nice inner thigh stretch. Keep the arms straight, and we're going to lift the arms each time we go side to side just to stretch out those shoulder blades. Let's do 2 more to each side. All right, stand it up. I'm going to put this around my neck just for a second. I'm going to go back to this side. Actually, that kind of gets in the way. And I'm going to grab onto this foot and pinning my elbow against the inside of this leg. And then let's rotate up. Eyes follow your hand. We're just stretching out that thoracic spine a little bit. And then just shift it right to the other side. Grab onto that other foot. Rotate up, eyes follow your hand. All right. Stand it back up. And let's grab this guy again. And we're going to get a little hamstring action now. All I want you to do is straighten one leg, slightly bend the other one. We're going to keep working the shoulders too. Start at your chest. You're going to brush down the front of your leg and then reach all the way up. Squeeze those shoulder blades, bring it back to your chest, and brush the front of the leg again. Okay, all we're doing is hinging back at the hip, keeping the back nice and straight. I'm just going to do 3 more on this side. All right, go ahead and switch legs. Three more. And 3. All right, pause at the top again. We're gonna do some, well, little more getting warm, but first I want you to just take this up and over your head. Trying not to crank your neck forward. You're just gonna squeeze it behind your head, reach it up, squeeze down to your chest, just getting those shoulder blades really moving again. We'll just do a few of these. Up and over. And this is great even if you don't have anything to hold on to, but it's helpful. All right, one more. And then keeping it right at your chest, I want you to sink your hips back, reach your arms all the way forward. Feel that great shoulder blade pull. Stand up, bring it back to your chest. Let's do 3 more and then we're going to get on the floor. Woo, hopefully that feels a little bit better. All right, I'm going to bring it down into a half kneeling position. And the first thing I want to do here is I'm going to wrap this just a little bit tighter. And then from there, we're going to just lean in. I want you to squeeze the back butt cheek as you do that, reaching up over your head, and then bring it back. Kind of separate the shoulder blades on the way back and lean into it again. Again, squeezing that back butt cheek when you do that, reaching towards the ceiling, pulling on the shoulders. Okay, let's get 3 more on this side. All right, let's bring it back up to about 90 degrees. And then all I want you to do right here, we're going to do a little side bend, getting a little bit different stretch in that back shoulder blade. And then let's come on down here. I'm going to drape that over my knee. And I want you to pin your forearm on the front leg and open up the other way. All right. And then actually, let's go ahead and put your hands behind your ears and pull the elbows back. So you want to squeeze the shoulder blades, open up the chest. And we're just going to do a little side to side rotation just at the shoulders. Resist the urge to pull your elbows forward. Try to keep them back. All right. And then interlace your fingers, woo, and pull those shoulders up. All right. And separate and bring them forward. And we're going to straighten out that front leg. And again, I want you to just reach forward right there. And then come on up. Take your whatever you got, towel. something. And let's put it on your back foot. And then all we're going to do here, I'm going to try to grab it with my opposite hand. Try to get that foot as close to your butt as you can, which may be challenging. And then once again, try to grab onto that front knee with the other side. That should be a really good stretch on the shoulders and on the hip flexors and the quads, hopefully. All right, let's go ahead and gently set that down. And before we completely switch to the other side, I'm going to take this leg sideways. And all I want to do here is we're going to kind of sink back, rotate this foot towards the ceiling and back down. You should feel a really good inner thigh stretch there. All right, and then let's sink back, take the opposite arm, reach it underneath your body. Try to kind of grip the floor with your elbow and feel that great stretch behind that shoulder blade. All right, come on up. Let's take it to the other leg. So I'm going to rewrap this a little bit narrower than shoulder width apart. Oopsie. And go ahead and lean in. Pull those shoulder blades up. Once again, you want to be squeezing that back butt cheek a little bit. I always say that because it helps the front part of your leg to relax. And that's kind of what I'm after right now. All right, let's get one more there. And then bring it up to 90 degrees and let's get that little side bend in there. All right, I'm going to set this down, pin that front forearm, and open up the other way. All right, bring it right back here. Once again, hands behind the ears. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Open up the chest. We're going side to side, just at the shoulders. Resist that urge to bring the elbows forward. Try to keep them back. It's hard. All right, interlace your fingers. Reach up. Bring them down. Separate those shoulder blades. And let's straighten out the front leg. Sink back, reach forward, get a little hamstring action there. All right. You grab this guy, stick it underneath the back foot. I have to be honest, elastic is not the best for this, but that's all right. It works. Here we go. I'm going to cheat just a little bit. So let's try to get that back foot as close to your butt as you can. And then pin that forearm on the front leg when you're ready. All right, gently set it down. And I'm going to take this leg out to the side. And once again, we're going to, oh, so much tighter on this side. Wow. Find that good inner thigh stretch. And you're going to rotate that foot towards the ceiling and back down towards the floor. All right, let's just do one more of those. And then sink it back a little more, reach that opposite arm underneath. And let's try to grip onto the floor with the elbow. All right. And then let's do one to the middle here. So I'm going to go knees a little bit wider, feet together, and just reach your hands forward, sink back, just pulling on those shoulder blades. All right, before we flip over, I'm actually going to ask you to go into a tall plank position. Don't worry, we're not doing a core workout. All I want to do here is we're going to get the hip rotators. So if you're able, bring one leg up underneath your body, and then we're going to sink down over it, reaching forward. We'll do this on our backs too, but it just feels way too good this way. All right, come on up. Let's take that to the other side. All right. And before we flip over, come back up into this tall plank position, and you're going to take one foot, bring it forward. Okay, you're going to take your elbow. You want to kind of reach down towards the inside of your shoe, and then reach up and around. Hand goes towards the ceiling, and then sink it back down. Always mindful to squeeze that back butt cheek because you get a little better stretch on the back leg. Let's do 2 more of these. All right, now drop that back knee. Keep that back butt cheek squeezed, and we're going to do some nice giant helicopter circles with this arm. All right, come on up. Let's take that to the other side. Elbow down towards the inside of the shoe. Rotate up, eyes follow your hand. And one more. All right, drop that back knee. Let's circle that arm. All right. Come on back here. And actually, I'm just going to flip it right over and grab this guy again. And where we're going to go here is I'm going to take it around my left foot to start with. Go ahead and lay down. And I'm lifting this leg up. I'm going to hold on to it with my right hand. And we're going to lift the right leg up and down. Okay, let's get 5 of those. So you're getting a nice static stretch here, active range of motion on the other side. All right, now let that leg fall down. And I'm going to take this leg across my body. Woo! Try to let gravity take it. Hopefully you're getting a pretty good stretch right here. Try to keep that opposite arm on the floor. All right, let's come to the middle. So now this is the laying on our back version of what we just did on the floor. So you're going to try to hug one knee to your chest, holding on to your towel or your stretchy band. And then once you're here, once you feel that good stretch, let's rock back and forth just a little bit. Just don't tip over. All right, set that leg down. And then we're going to take this one out the other way. Woo, try to keep your hip on the floor and other arm on the floor. If you want to pull a little bit towards your head, you can do that. Try to let gravity take it. Don't force it, but keep this hip down. All right, then let's go back to the middle. It's always better the second time around. And a little bit of side to side. All right, let's set that leg down. Actually, all we're going to do here is I'm going to try to keep this hip down. I'm pulling on the towel on my foot. And if you keep this hip down, you should feel a stretch right about there on the side of your hip. All right, and let's go ahead and switch feet. All right, go ahead and raise and lower this leg. We're getting a nice static stretch on the other side. All right, one more. And let's take this one across your body. Woo, try to keep that opposite arm on the floor. Holy bananas. You can probably tell which side's tighter on me. I go really good in circles to the left. Just kidding. All right, let's bring it this way in the middle. I'm going to loop this around one more time because it's getting away from me. There we go. That's better. All right, little rock back and forth once we're here, and you feel that good stretch. All right, set it down. And let's try to take this leg the other way. Let gravity take it as much as you can. The struggle is real to keep this one on the ground. Oh, goodness gracious. All right. And back to the middle. Hug that knee a second time. Pull on that foot. Let's give it a little rock back and forth. All right, set it down. Woo, shift this one over. Trying to keep that hip on the floor. Pull on your foot. All right. Go ahead and set that down for a second. And let's bring your knees to 90 degrees. Arms out to the side. And all we're going to do here is let your hips fall side to side without your shoulders coming off the floor. One more to each side. And then put your feet on the floor. I want you to lift your butt off the floor. Squeeze those butt cheeks. Take one arm, reach it across your body. Feel that stretch behind your shoulder. And then just circle it around. Keep that butt up. Let's get one more on this side. And other side. All right. And then I'm going to roll over to press up here. And then I'm going to come actually into a tall kneeling position. And all I want you to do here is we're going to interlace those fingers. Oh, reach those shoulders up. And let's go a little bit side to side in this tall kneeling position. All right, one more to each side. And then I'm not trying to make my back face yet, but I'd like you to try to take one hand, put it behind you. So you're going to pat yourself on the back between your shoulder blades. And if you're able, try to grab onto that shoulder. If you can't, you can use your towel or your stretchy to help with this. But let's try to grab onto that elbow and now take it to the side. All right, come on up. Other side, pat yourself on the back, other arm. Woo, grab that elbow. And let's take it to the other side. All right, bring it back to center. Let's bring one arm down. You're gonna grab onto that forearm with your opposite hand, pull it slightly towards the floor, and tilt your head in the opposite direction. All right, and switch sides. All right, then grab this one more time. And all I'm going to do is put it behind my head Okay. You're going to get that right under the base of your neck. And I want you to let your head completely relax back. Take all the pressure off of your neck. This is my favorite, the neck hammock. All right. Let's slowly set that down. And slowly come on up to a standing position. Woo, shake your arms out. I think we're just about, yep, we're right about there. Hopefully that feels a little bit better.